On number 8, Emoji Hanover. On a break behind the gate, 2, Cool Ma Bell's made a break. Cool Ma Bell self-destructs and is far back. They're off and trotting. Good beginning at the inside for Winning Alliance, firing out of there. Right up alongside goes Tactical Strike. Way out wide and rushing out is our Liza. Put into play is Emoji Hanover fourth. Fifth outside, fires out Drawn Impression. Then it's back sixth in at the rail to Love Those Legs. Seventh riding parked at that one's wheel is Valentine Blue Chip. Then we go back to find Cold Snaps. The second tier starter Willie's Home Run is backed up ninth in the early going. 10th towards the rail PL Rainbow Dash. Cool Ma Bell trails. 26 and 4, a sizzling first panel, and it's our Liza put up front. Back into second, Tactical Strike. Here on the move is Drawn Impression. Drawn Impression gets her pedal pressed. Back into fourth, Winning Alliance. Further back, fifth now, Emoji Hanover. Sixth towards the rail is Love Those Legs. Limbed out is Cold Snaps from in seventh. Shooting up the rail, Valentine Blue Chip. Moving up on cover, Willie's Home Run. Further back, PL Rainbow Dash. Trailing Cool Ma Bell. Halftime in 56 and 1. Sensible speed. Drawn Impression leads the charge. The ball's in her court with about 3/8 to go. It's our Liza in the pocket spot. Emoji Hanover making good gains on the rim, third outside. It's been a long trip for Cold Snaps. Fourth covered up out there, only 3 off the lead. Further back, trapped in is Tactical Strike. Willie's Home Run getting towed up into it. She's outside sixth and lurking in the weeds. 3/4 of a mile, and it's still Drawn Impression under attack from Emoji Hanover. And it's still Drawn Impression in 125, the one to catch. First over Emoji Hanover. Pocket sitters are Liza. Cold Snaps kicks off cover. Willie's Home Run looks for Racetrack on the far outside. In deep stretch, it's still Drawn Impression. And Drawn Impression has drawn away. It's Drawn Impression. Drawn Impression to score in the Simcoe by 4 lengths. Willie's Home Run rallying second. Cold Snaps third. Tactical Strike through late for fourth in 152 and 4.
I guess it doesn't come as much of a surprise that she had to work a little more this week because she had the 9-hole, and if you wanted to be forwardly placed, you know, he probably knew she'd have to take a little bit of air. She did that. You didn't feel the half was all that taxing anyway. And
5, the one to catch. First over Emoji Hanover. Pocket sitters are Liza. Cold Snaps kicks off cover. Willie's Home Run looks for Racetrack on the far outside. In deep stretch, it's still Drawn Impression. And Drawn Impression has drawn away. It's Drawn Impression. Drawn Impression to score in the Simcoe by 4 lengths. Willie's Home Run rallying second. Cold Snaps third. Tactical Strike through late for fourth in 152 and here tonight as she captures this division of the Simcoe. Drawn Impression, a 3-year-old daughter of Muscle Hill out of the Cadaver mare, Emoticon Hanover. Homebred is owned by Determination of Montreal, Quebec. Trained by Luc Blais and was driven to victory by Louis-Philippe Roy. Drawn Impression's second victory in 6 on the year. There's career victory number 6. Scoring in the Simcoe, it's Drawn Impression for Roy and Blais and Determination.
That's back-to-back wins for Drawn Impression as she captures the Simcoe in 152 and 4. I'm here with winning driver Louis-Philippe Roy. Louis, we spoke last week, and you kind of said against this group you felt like you could do anything you really wanted with her out there. Getting parked to the half, did you think even after that she'd be good to go?
Yeah, I wasn't too worried because I was kind of let her trot just been easy on her kind of, and like you go quarter in 28 with her, it's like if you're going 30 with another random horse. I mean, like she just has a long stride. So the first half, even if it looks a little bit like she had much work to do, she didn't really work for herself, you know.
Now, just talk about maybe her, development though, because she just looked absolutely vicious when she was ripping off a helmet. But so far on the lead, I mean, just what have you noticed from her being on the lead this time out?
I think that the first few times I raced her on the front, like I remember qualifying her, and even the one time in Vernon, I felt like she wasn't used to it at all. So she wasn't herself. Kind of when you got those horses, they race on the front for the first time and they're on and off, and they spend a lot of energy just like being on and off, and then you ask them again. But so even last start and tonight, she's just like a perfect individual to drive, like an old horse. So I think that she really can do it any way you want.
And just speaking of which, I mean, last year you could see that you kind of eased her off the gate a little bit for a few starts throughout her freshman campaign. But right now, is she just push button? Can you just leave out of there with no problems with her now?
Yeah, I mean, there's still trotters, but I think that she doesn't show me. She doesn't show me she wants to do a break. But I remember in the Boeing Million last year, she was pretty much the same, and she didn't show me before. She didn't put one bad step before to run. So, I mean, the way she is right now against that competition, I feel like I can let her do what she wants. So it makes it a little easier, but. It's a good question. I wouldn't want to say that she's 100% safe tonight and then see her make a break in the next few starts, so I don't want to jinx myself.
But, now that I have you here, we're going to touch on a couple drives, though, Louis, that you have in the next two races. Calico Jack Hanover, we never saw him since the North America Cup eliminations, qualified twice. He was really good in amongst them. Do you happen to know why he missed that time, and what do you think about him tonight?
Yeah, I think I'll look at a little bit of issues with his throat, so to make sure it was ailing back, and even having issue with his throat might have make him getting out of races a little more tired than he should be. So I think he did the right thing. He gave him time, and he came back qualifying. The first time I qualified him, you could tell he wasn't like game like he can feel. But the more it goes, I feel like the more he feels game. Last week, he started back going there in the last turn. He started back picking the bit and showing you that he's back and want to race. So, I mean, we'll see in the next race. But I like his progression over the last month.
And race number 5, Order One to Go. I mean, this horse has just been hampered with bad post positions. Inside draw here tonight, do you think that he can get away a little bit closer, and do you think that's going to bode well for him tonight?
Yeah, he's a tough horse to get into position. He kind of need he's like a trotter's wearing pacing opals, in the way that you have to be a little careful the first few steps off the gate. And when you have other pacer that can just blast off the gate, it makes it a little hard to get him into position. I couldn't ask for a better better post for him tonight. So I'll sure try my best to get him into position, because I think that's the only thing he needs to be among the top in that class. So I hope I'm going to be able to get him in a little better post.
Best of luck the rest of the way, Louis, and congratulations on this win.
All right, thank you.
All right, there's Drawn Impression, Louis-Philippe Roy, and Determination, who get it done here in the Simcoe.